Well, Jim, despite the scoreline, plenty of positives today, just coming up against a very clinical, very well organised Walsall team.
Yeah, you always get that cliche, don't you, after pre-season games, that you look for the positives, but there definitely were quite a lot there today. I think for the first 45 minutes in particular, I thought we were excellent. Showed some really good signs of what we're trying to do against a good side. By the way, we've got to say that I think Matty and Neil are building a very strong League Two side there for next year, which is credit to them. But I think we come with a little game plan today. Tried to do certain things without the ball, which we did really well. First goal, some quite good play. Second, obviously a bit of magic. 2-0 at half time. But it was one of them. We said to the players, ultimately, we're 3 weeks in, and it's another training session with that little match day exposure to it as well. Disappointed in the end, because I think the one major disappointment for us was that we come out at the start of the second half and we had a little 15-20 minute spell where we weren't quite there, and that's something we've got to put right for any game of football really, but especially once the league kicks off. It's happened quite a few times, but on the whole, there's some really pleasing performances individually, and some good moments collectively as well.
You make that point as well. I was about to say the same, in the sense that even at this stage of the season, conceding so early after half time kind of killed the momentum that we might have been looking to build, I guess.
Definitely, and I think good sides pounce on that, and I think that's what they've done there today. But like I said, the first half in particular, game plans put into action, looked very difficult to play against at times, and a threat at times on the break. Still do more, but like I say, we're against a quality opposition. And a lot of that could come down still to the stage of pre-season we're at. We've got to remember this isn't just a normal pre-season. A lot of the players haven't played since January. So we're building, and we're going to focus on that. We'll be positive. Just said in there to the players, in my experience when I played, you always reach a point in a pre-season where you'll get a moment. It might be a game, it might be a training session where you step back, and it's a good gauge where you're at individually and collectively as a group. And I think that was today. I think we've got tomorrow off. All the players can restock, regroup, recover, and we'll come in Monday and we'll go again hard.
You mentioned how well we've done good parts in the first half. Also finished the game quite strongly as well, in the Morgs and Jaden and a couple of others linking up quite well. Some good signs there.
Yeah, that's a massive plus as well. Obviously, getting the two boys back on the pitch today, Niall and Monty, is a big plus for us as well. Obviously missed them, but again, some of the players who come on, like you've mentioned, like Keziah Martin's come on up very sharp, and that's good. It's good for the squad going into next year. We are going to have a tight squad, as we all know, but what we want is every player ready to step up. They all look hungry, and they're all looking, I'd say, a lot fitter and readier than they did 12 months ago.
You mentioned Keziah. He'll be one more than most hungry to make an impression, because I guess he was one that, had the season carried on last season, he would have looked to perhaps kick on during that second half of the season.
I'd probably say, yeah. Keziah Martin's, Jaden White's, Keziah in particular probably missed out the most with the season finishing shortly, because just after Christmas he was absolutely really knocking at the door in training day in, day out, and he's been a bit of a role model for all the younger players, I think, to look up to. Really developed, and he's absolutely desperate to get into this side and push all the other players.
We're only kind of in the thick of pre-season at the moment, rather than the league season about to start next weekend, but are you still looking kind of at the group of trialists that we have had in and around the group the last few weeks? Is that something that you'll continue with for another week or two, perhaps, before making decisions, or is it kind of ongoing?
It's ongoing, Matty. I think we're always looking. I don't think that ever stops. I think that's the job. A couple of lads out there today didn't do too bad for themselves, but we're always looking. Like I say, we've got a decent core of a squad, but there's still some areas where we're definitely looking to add and strengthen it even more.
Back on the road with 2 friendlies next week, but you must have enjoyed being around the atmosphere and the vibe of Aggborough this week. These 2 games, another good turnout today. Yeah,
it's brilliant. I think you turn up in the warm up and you can feel a buzz. And we've grown up on that, all of us, fans and players and ex-players, coaches alike. That's what we do it for. That little match day feeling. It's great to have them back in, and we can't wait till the real stuff starts.